If you're like me, finding a holiday gift for someone that has special meaning is important. While the holiday season can be plagued with consumerism, finding a gift that promotes mental health and well-being can be a really great way to find some balance. Watch this video for my wish list of top mental health gifts. Maybe you'll find something special for someone you love, or even something to put on your own list this year. I'm Meredith McKenzie of Parallel Wellness. On this channel, we explore topics that bring clients to our therapy practice every day. You'll find tips and strategies that you can make your own to enhance your everyday life and manage your mental wellness. So subscribe to the channel and hit the bell in the corner so you're notified when we post new videos. We publish every Wednesday. In my work with hundreds of clients, we often talk about tools we can use to promote mental health outside of the therapy office. So when I was preparing for this video, I really put some thought into items that I'd heard clients either rave about or things that I really wish they could be gifted. And all the links for everything that I'm going to be talking about in this video, I'm going to include them in the links down below, just so that you're able to shop if you're interested at all. Wishlist item number 1. A journal. Journaling is a common recommendation for anybody who's in counseling. There's a lot of work that you end up doing in the therapy session, but outside of the therapy session, we have so much more time. Through journaling, it's a great opportunity to reflect on things that have happened, to reflect on your emotions and your thoughts about a situation, and really create some distance for yourself from whatever has occurred or the interactions that you've been having with other people. It can also be a really great way to just keep track of how you're progressing. I've even had clients at times, go back to earlier points in their journal and to recognize, wow, I've made a lot of progress in the last couple of months. So for that reason, therapists often recommend that their clients use a journal. And journaling doesn't have to be done one specific way. Everybody's different about how they like to get their thoughts out on paper, but that's one gift idea that I think would be really at the top of my list. Personally, I really love journals from Chapters, so I'm going to create a list down below of places that you can go to find some of these things on my wish list. I just find the selection at Chapters to be amazing. Chapters has some really beautiful journals right now with inspirational quotes on them or beautiful artwork on the cover. The other interesting thing that I saw when I was at Chapters recently as well is that they have journals that have prompts in them. So if somebody is not quite so comfortable with the free space in a journal where it's just open lines to write, when that might feel really overwhelming, I think that these prompted journals are really interesting. So I'm going to create a link down below for that as well if you're just interested in checking it out. I haven't tried one myself yet, but I think it might be something that I might look at in the future. Mental health wish list item number 2 is decaffeinated tea. Now, there's multiple reasons that I'm suggesting putting decaffeinated tea on your Christmas wish list this year. For one, it's a really special moment that you can create for yourself, and it can be cozy, it can be comforting. You can choose something that feels really special to you. It also helps you practice patience as you wait for the tea to cool down. Another reason I put tea on the list is because scent is actually a really powerful factor when it comes to grounding and self-regulation. So any kind of scented tea, especially when you're doing so in a calm, relaxed environment, by drinking tea, you're pairing this beautiful scent with a calm, relaxed situation when your body is feeling really relaxed and it's not in this fight or flight mode. So when you are feeling stressed at a later time and you say to yourself, I'm going to make myself a cup of that tea, it actually primes your body to start going into that relaxed rest and digest state of being. By making that cup of tea with that really strong, powerful scent, you're actually pairing that nice scent of the tea with that state of rest and digest where you're feeling calm and relaxed. So in situations where you might be feeling really stressed after work or after school, or you've been to some event that was really difficult for you, you can make the cup of tea and it actually starts priming your body to get back into that rest and digest state. So to share some of my favorites, I personally really love David's tea, and I know it's not the most affordable tea on the market, but I do like that they have these reusable tins and that they have such a large variety. For myself, and I've talked a little bit about this on Instagram, but I have been really trying to stay away from caffeinated drinks and foods just because of how it impacts the way I feel and my ability to sleep well. So one of my favorites that I have right here, and I'm going to create a link for it down below, is called Valerian Nights. It has chamomile in it. It tastes and smells delicious, and it's an herbal tea. So kind of looking for any of those teas with the yellow mark on them. I don't know if that means that they all are decaffeinated, but definitely check that out. But this one is definitely decaffeinated. and it smells delicious. The other one that I really love is the caramel shortbread, and unfortunately they're not selling it in stores right now. It's only available online, but I will create the link for that down below as well, just because I love that tea so much. Wish list item number 3 is anything to do with bath essentials. And we're kind of on this train of self-care, and I think that that's a really important part of trying to find gifts that are really going to promote mental health and well-being. Any gifts that have to do with bathing or showering are really great gifts that also help to promote that self-care strategy that maybe somebody is trying to create in their lives if they're struggling with a mental health issue. When people are really struggling with their mental health, one of the first things that tends to go is the tendency to bathe and to take care of yourself in that way. So by promoting the act of bathing and trying to make it a really nice, luxurious, comforting, inviting time for somebody, it can really go a long way in promoting their self-care. And with that, I mean sending the message to yourself that you deserve to have this downtime, that you deserve to have this time on your own, this time to care for yourself, for relaxation. And so I really think having any kind of bath essential on your Christmas wish list would be a really great idea. For one, bathing is a really good way to relax tense muscles, which is really great if you're dealing with any kind of anxiety or holding any tension in your body from any other type of stress. It also helps prepare the body for sleep. So if you shower or take a bath in the evening, when you're able to create a consistent routine, such as showering or bathing every evening before bedtime, it actually helps set your body up for that consistent pattern so that it recognizes, okay, I've had my bath and now this must mean that I'm starting to shut myself down and relax and be ready for sleep. So it can be really helpful in that way, especially when you've started to relax those tense muscles so that your body's more relaxed when it comes into bed. So some ideas I have for the bath. One is this really great bamboo tray that I think would be just amazing to set the stage for relaxing in the bath. You could bring a book in, a candle, any kind of water to sit with you, and that would be really nice. Another one is Dr. Teal's Lavender Epsom salts. One, lavender has a great scent that helps people relax, and the Epsom salts are really nice on your skin, so it feels really nice and luxurious. And then the next one, which I personally have not tried, but when I saw this I was like, wow, this would be really interesting and cool, would be this full body bath pillow. Because, you know, sometimes baths can be uncomfortable and, you know, everybody is different within the bathtub. So I thought, wouldn't that be amazing to have a full body pillow while you're having a bath? Number 4 on my Christmas wish list is a diffuser and or essential oils. Now, I'm not in any type of position to be able to talk about the benefits of essential oils in terms of what they're made of or what what exactly those essential oils do to us. My interest in them is purely out of the joy of how they smell and how they make me feel. And I really think it's one of those ways that you can just take your self-care game up a notch. Myself personally, I really love to shop at Sage. So I've got, you can't really see this one, but I've got the Good Health set and I've got the Brainstorm set because that's what you need when you're in grad school. Anything to help you brainstorm and think a little bit clearly. And this bigger one that I got, I think last year on Boxing Day, is the Namaste set. And they're pretty good sizes. And what I like about them is that you can just, put them on and it feels like a special treat. It makes the whole room smell beautiful. Now there's lots of other companies that make essential oils, and I think that they would all have a very similar effect if you were going for something like what I'm saying about just having a beautiful scent that could be really relaxing. And one of the benefits I see in essential oils is going back to that pairing of scent with relaxation. I could put one of these essential oils in my diffuser and have that running when I'm in a relaxed state, and then if I'm looking to be relaxed again at a later time, I could put that on again. What's really interesting about the way our brains work is that scent is often paired with memories, and so if we're remembering a time that we're feeling really relaxed and in a good space, and then we have that scent paired with it, we can use that again at a later time to evoke a similar feeling or sensation of relaxation. Two of the ideas that I saw on the Sage website when I was doing my research for this video were the Sleep Well blend and the All Is Calm gift pack. So I'm going to provide the links down below for that if you're interested in checking that out. Number 5 on my list is actually another item from Sage. It's the Relaxo ring. The Relaxo ring is actually an item I purchased for other people in my life, and I think they've gotten a lot of benefit out of it. For one, it's a really affordable item at $6, and it's actually a really beautiful ring. According to Sage, the benefit of this ring is that by rolling the ring on different fingers, you're actually stimulating different reflex points. Now, personally, I do not know much about the veracity of this claim. I think it's a really cool idea if that is actually the case, but personally, what I see as the benefit is that by sitting there and rolling the ring down your fingers, you're actually engaging in a mindfulness practice. If anybody does experience any type of anxiety, this repetitive motion and self-soothing kind of behavior can be really helpful. So any type of activity that encourages somebody ability to be mindful and to be grounded within their body. I think that's a great idea. The other thing that I really like about it as well is that it's fairly discreet and quite beautiful. So if you're a person who can be triggered in public settings, or you're not quite sure how to ground yourself when you're in a public situation, I think that this relaxo ring could be really great because you could keep it in a pencil case or a purse and just pull it out, and then it just looks like you're playing with a piece of jewelry when in fact you're actually engaging in a grounding technique at the same time. Number 6 on my list is a subscription to a mental health app. There are actually many mental health apps that are free, and Ashley Greensmith in our practice has written a really cool blog on some of her favorite mental health apps. So I'm going to provide a link to that down below so you can check that out. But some of the mental health apps actually cost money, like Calm. I've heard really great things about Calm. I've totally gotten sucked into their advertising when it pops up on my Instagram feed or on Facebook. So I think that that app could be really helpful to some people. And if you're wondering how you might gift an app, an idea might be to actually get an iTunes gift card so that person can choose if they would like to purchase it. Maybe they want to buy something else, but the intention with that gift card could be for them to be able to purchase the app. Next on my list is a light therapy lamp. Many people in the wintertime experience seasonal affective disorder, or even if it's not quite seasonal affective disorder, they're really impacted by the shorter days, less sunlight, all of that type of thing. It can really impact your mood. And if you live in Vancouver like we do, we know that lack of sunlight can be a really challenging thing. Now, there are all kinds of light therapy lamps. I know when I was originally looking for light therapy lamps, I was looking in the pharmacies and places like London Drugs, and unfortunately they tended to sell out of them so quickly, and that just goes to show how popular these light therapy lamps are. However, I found quite a few examples on Amazon that I think would be a really good option. There's different types though, in different models. Some of them tend to like face downwards on you if you're at your computer screen quite often. Other ones can be a side table lamp. So take your time and look at them, but a light therapy lamp could be a really great gift idea for anybody who isn't able to get out of their home frequently, or maybe work shift work, or anyone that you know is really impacted by the shorter days and decreased amount of sunlight that happens in the wintertime. Number 8 on my list, and this one's a big one, and that's a weighted blanket. Now, I have only good things to say about my weighted blanket. I was really curious about them before purchasing one, and I was actually gifted this one, so that was really nice. But the science behind weighted blankets and what they're learning more and more about is that the deep pressure touch that you get from a weighted blanket can actually help soothe and relax your nervous system. And so this is helpful for anybody that has ADHD, anxiety, sensory processing disorders, and they're really finding that the benefits can be really generalized to a lot of people. Personally, I just like the feeling of it. And the brand that I have is Gravity. So it's spelled Gravidi, so Gravity. And I've also found some options on Amazon that look really similar to mine. What I do like about those options is that the weight is evenly distributed across the blanket, and that they have covers that can be zipped on and off for easy cleaning in the washing machine. So do any of our viewers use weighted blankets? I'd really like to hear your feedback and your reviews of them. I was really excited when I got my weighted blanket. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I'm curious to know what your experiences have been. The next list item is an adult coloring book. Now, adult coloring books have been really popular for the last few years, and I think they just keep getting better and better. Some of them have really intricate designs that can take a lot of time and a lot of focus, which is really helpful for practicing mindfulness. And then others have taken it in another direction and made them really fun. So there's even swear word adult coloring books and stress relieving pattern coloring books and a whole variety of them. So that could be a really cool, even fun gift to be able to give somebody. And number 10 on my list is any kind of mental health workbook. Now, this one might be a little more challenging to buy if you don't know exactly what your loved one is dealing with, but I'm thinking this might be more of an item that you put on your personal wish list and let somebody know what it is that you'd like to get. There are all kinds of mental health workbooks that are written by psychologists and professionals and experts in the field that workbook is written for. So pretty much if you have an idea of a workbook that you would like, you can likely find it. There are anger workbooks, anxiety workbooks, depression workbooks, eating disorder workbooks, you name it, they have made a workbook. Now, of course, I have my favorites, but that's just based out of the experience that I have with using some of these workbooks and using them with clients in practice, and the reviews that they've given me. So if you have any questions about workbooks that you think might be helpful, definitely comment in the comment section down below, and I'd be happy to have a chat with you about what workbooks might be a good fit for you. And last but not least, I have a bonus item for your Christmas wish list. And this one's a bit more abstract, but I think you can really make it your own. Pretty much anything quality time that you can do with another person would be an amazing gift. And you can even make it into like a little coupon book or write about it in a card. Pick something personal that you can share with another person. Maybe it's something that you have in common or that you've done before and really enjoyed, but try to find something that you can do together that would allow you two to have quality time. Maybe it's going for a hike, going for lunch together, and it doesn't have to cost anything really. It could just be anything that you're doing together that you both enjoy. So that's my list of my top 10 mental health holiday gifts. If you have anything that you would add to this list, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what your ideas are so I can share them with other people. Also, check out my video on the Eating Disorder Holiday Survival Guide. I'm providing a link down below for that, or you can check it out in the card up above. If you missed that video, I talked about eating disorder recovery and how you can get through the holidays through some really challenging events and holiday meals. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and let me know so I can make more videos. I hope you have a happy, relaxing, and safe holiday season.